long time, and I've been getting messages about my progress. So today we're doing progress update, and we're also doing what I eat in a day, or what I typically eat. It has now been September, October, November, December, January. So end of January is 5 months. We are now going on 6 months since my procedure. And you want to know what I weigh now, 5 months out? 98 kgs. Yes, I've lost about 20 kgs since the start of this procedure. You will remember that I was at my heaviest at 120. When I started my procedure, I was at 116. And today, I am 98 kgs. Tap myself on the shoulder. If you can't see the difference, today I wanted to stand up because I want you to see how the girl is looking snatched. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy. Fell off a little bit in December, but we're not there. Yeah, still going. You do remember it's a 1-year balloon, so I still have another 6 months to go. But I'm hoping to reach my goal weight of 85 by June, as long as I'm consistent and keep pushing and all of that good stuff. But today I want to talk about food. What do you eat? What have you been eating? How does it feel? Do you still feel the balloon? Is it painful? All of that jazz. So firstly, in terms of the balloon, there are days where I don't feel her at all, like she doesn't exist. And then there are days where absolutely I feel her, especially on days where you've eaten more than you need to eat. It can get very painful because your food and your stomach are fighting for place, and your stomach is also still trying to digest the food that you've actually eaten. So your stomach will always remind you, portion control, portion control, portion control. And speaking of December, in terms of portion control, I really did do as best that I could. In terms of drinking, I did have a couple glasses of wine and champagne, but honestly, not like I would have in previous years. FYI, you should not be drinking on this procedure because you can cause an ulcer, so please don't do it. But yeah, I feel her sometimes, I don't feel her other times. And if sometimes you sleep on the side and sometimes you'll feel the pressure against your stomach, you just have to realign the way you sleep, or sleep alternatively on your right hand side. So yeah, that's feeling. It's not painful, but I did realize there's one thing I haven't told you guys. You'll see some stuff here because I wanted to show you. When you are on the balloon, you have to take an omeprazole every single day. You can Google that. It basically helps regulate your stomach acid. Remember, you do have a foreign object in your stomach, so it's natural that the acid there may be out of balance. This helps that, and you take this every day up until the balloon is out. And I don't want to hear nothing like, oh no, can't do you take? Yes, you take it because y'all take pills for men. You can do this for your health. Okay, so let's not get into that. So this is the medication that the only thing is 1 pill a day. I do it every morning on an empty stomach, regulates me. If I go for a few days without taking this, you're gonna feel it. So take it every day. Take it every day. Let's get into water consumption. I drink 2 liters a day. I'm a little behind today, don't worry. 2 liters a day. I bought this at Discam and I fill it up. But drinking average water is boring, and that's one of the things that'll make you not drink water. So I put in fruits, lemons, mostly lemon juice. This one has, I don't know if you can see, chia seeds in it. I put chia seeds in this one. I'll put pineapples. There's just so many things you can do to put in your water to make it drinkable throughout the course of the day. This will change your life. You have to keep drinking water. What I like to do once a week, rehydrate. So I'll boil the water, put it in a mug as I usually do, let it cool down. Once it's cool, I'll pour it in here and drink the rehydrate throughout the day. It's so important, especially because when you're working out, you're sweating, you need to make sure you're getting the right type of hydration. So just as a caution to myself, I put a pack of Rehydrate in the normal solution, let it cool, drink it at least once a week with that solution. Coming to the diet, right? The diet in itself comes in stages. So you have a pre-balloon diet where you're trying to lower your food intake so that there's space for the balloon to go in. You have a post-balloon diet, which is your post-surgery diet. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. You have a post-surgery diet where it's mostly liquids because your stomach is still adjusting to everything that's happening in there. Then you have a secondary diet from there, from clear liquids. So it's clear liquids, then it's liquids like soupies and that, the thicker soups. And that's stage 2, you go into like a puree diet. Sorry, that's what it's called, a puree diet. So your pureed soups, pureed butternut, pureed things with more substance, things that are thicker, and the mashes and that. Then level 3 of your diet is now your BAU diet, business as usual. Obviously now with some control, with portion control. So I have with me here, I'm not going to show you all the pages. This is my dietitian's pack with all my versions of diets. The other version is on my phone, so I can't show you. But in your consultation with the dietitian, they'll go through what balloon is and all of that jazz. As you can see here, it's got like instructions and some recipes for soups and broths. So this is for the level 1 diet. You're literally doing soups and broths and basically clear liquid here. Energade, zero, all of that jazz, right? Then you get given, this is prior to surgery. They even give you like pictures of what you can eat, a list of approved foods and what's not approved, yogurts. Like definitely on this journey, everything you eat from a dairy perspective should be lactose free. So lactose free milk, almond milk. I was an almond milk person anyway, so that worked for me. There's things like eggs, chicken. So this is your pre-surgery diet. Post-surgery is the soups and the broths and the clear liquids. There's tons of options, right? And then they also give you a list of medications that you should take post-procedure. So Fiber Clear, really good to keep your gut healthy. You have OptiFast, Immune, just to keep your immune system up. So, and some shakes. And one of the shakes that I take still to this day is a super shake. Love these. I bought a mixed bag. You do get a link from the dietitian on where to get these because you buy it directly from the manufacturer. They're not available in stores, this particular brand. There's another one called OptiFast. OptiFast is also really great. You can get that on Take-A-Lot. I think I got that on Take-A-Lot. And then here, the Holy Grail, protein. So we do know that in any diet, your protein intake has to be quite high. 100 grams is preferable. What I like to do is I put this in my soups. I put these in my broths. I put this in my smoothies and my shakes. Anything that's a liquid where this can dissolve, you can put it in coffee as well. Sometimes in the morning, if I don't have time to make a smoothie, I'll make a coffee and put a scoop of this inside and gulp it down. Anything for the protein intake. This is a really good solution. It's pure whey protein powder. Don't recommend all the fancy ones that you see on the shelves at Clicks and Discam, just because it has the potential to have other stuff in it. Harvest Table's really good. They also have a collagen that's really good. They have really good stuff. So your protein, most important item of the day, protein intake each and every day. My general eating habit is I'll have a meal a day and 2 liquids a day. That for me I find works the best because sometimes if I have 3 meals a day, my stomach just cannot take the amount of processing. I just get too full if I eat 3 meals, even if the portions are low. So on a typical day, typical morning, I'll wake up and do a smoothie. It's nice and light. I'll have a smoothie, protein powder with the fruit in it, and some chia seeds or flax seeds in it. And that'll be my morning. Lunch is where I find it preferable to have a full meal, purely because it allows enough time for the food to digest. And then dinner will be like a soup or any other liquid. Sometimes I'll swap the main meal around. I'm not a breakfast person, so breakfast will always be smoothie or a drink. And I'll swap around lunch and dinner. What you can and cannot eat, the list is too big. That's why you need to see a dietitian. Also, we're allergic to different things and we eat different things, but I'll show you pictures of what I typically eat in a single day. And yeah, that's my formula that works. 1 solid meal a day, 2 liquids, tons of protein, and tons of water. That is the formula that works for me. Maybe when you do your balloon, you'll find another formula. Also going out, you realize you become a cheap date, which is super great. My go-to meal when I go out is sushi, just because it's portion controllable. If you get a nice 4-piece, you can eat 2, 4, depending on how much you can take. This is a balloon, so it's unlike VSG people. Our tolerances are different. But I find sushi 4-piece is great. And then I'll have a drink with that as well. So you become a cheap date as well, because you don't eat as much as you used to. You find that the heavier portions just don't make it out. I don't consume many carbs. I have a formula to my meals, which is a protein, which is chicken, mostly chicken and fish or mince. I try not to eat a lot of red meat, even before the balloon. Naturally, processing red meat has always been difficult for me, particularly the chunkier meats. So I don't eat a lot of those. Instead, I'll have a mince. Lots of chicken. Chicken is the #1 protein. And fish is really, really good for you as well. So I try and vary it up. I have a salmon, a hake, mussels are really great. Shrimp and prawns are great as well as an alternative. So I try and keep to that formula, which is just protein and vegetables. There's mixed bags that you can get, those pre-packed ones, because I don't like to chop things up. You can make a soup with the protein. Breads and that, you can have, but I find it, again, very indigestible in the long term. Just not great for me. So in a week, maybe I'll have 1 sort of carb. I'll either do a meal with potatoes, a meal with like a bread, or like a rye bread, or like a pasta. So that'll be like my carbs for the week. You really don't want to do a lot of carbs, because breads and pastas tend to stick to the balloon. So you don't want to eat that every day. You want it to be a once in a 2 weeks type situation, or once in a week. Every week you should be having a fizzy drink to clean the balloon. So I naturally drink sparkling water, and I know there's a discourse around still in sparkling water, but I'm a sparkling water babe. So definitely try and drink sparkling water or a Coke Zero to clean your balloon once a week, just to make sure that nothing you've eaten is stuck on there and it fizzes out and cleans the balloon. And last but not least, do not underestimate the power of working out, please. I do 12-3-30, and then I do cycle as well. If you don't know what 12-3-30 is, it's 12 incline, 3 speed, 30 minutes on the treadmill. I'm now up to 13-3-30, just because my endurance has gotten so much better. And I added the cycle as well to make it 40 minutes a day of workout. And I think very soon I want to start like strength training, just start to carve out, chisel some things. But yeah, I'm very happy with my progress. I'm gonna post a picture of a before and after. The picture that I will post is from a year ago, January, to a year ago now, even though my procedure was in August. It's just to show you how I was at my heaviest, wearing the same dress so that you can see progress. So generally, that is my eating cycle. Obviously, I can't give you a blow by blow. This is quite a large document, and it'll be doing an injustice to the people who put in the work to put this stuff together, get the consultations. And honestly, I realized recently the benefits of psychiatrists. Like before, I was like, yeah, you need a psychiatrist to clear you. But in January, when I started getting in like those memories from a year ago, and I was driving and I parked at the mall and I just started crying because I was like, I can't believe I was this big. Like I didn't realize how bad it was. It's only now that I'm seeing obviously progress and I'm healthy and I'm happy, but the psychiatry part is very, very important. So I hope that you start this journey. It's 2024, it's a new year. It's been 5 months going on 6 months for me. I really hope that you can take your life in your hands and make a choice that will ultimately make you happy. And I think it's enough time, if you do the 1 year, it's enough time for you to rejig your life, learn the right lifestyle habits to sustain yourself even after the balloon. But that's my update. Hopefully when I'm in my mid-90s, I'll probably do another update, or 80s, maybe when I'm at my goal. I don't know, I'll see how I feel. But thank you for joining me. Until